I am now right here at one of Audi's showrooms right here in Shah Alam. It is here that we had the pleasure of speaking to the Managing Director of PHS Automotive Malaysia, Eric Winter, who spoke at length about the company, the business and the latest Audi e-tron. Let's take a look. As someone who has worked in the automotive industry for like 20 years, how have you seen the Audi brand evolve? Can you tell us?
Yeah, so I remember my dad driving an Audi when I was like this big. And Audi is a brand for me that represents sportiveness. And for me it was in that time very much related to rally driving. Yeah, because the success of Audi and the heritage of Audi is coming from the rally driving, from the famous Audi Quattro, which was a very famous rally driving car. And then I saw the brand over the years evolving from, let's say, a brand very much related with sports into a brand very much related with family cars, SUVs. And of course, today, as we can see worldwide, Audi is a brand which is reflecting itself very much with electrification. So this is how I could see the brand evolving over the past, not even 20 years, but I would say 30 years, 35 years, since I started to show more than average interest into cars.
Yes. Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. So PHS is one of the largest sales organizations in the world, now starting its business way back in what, 1947.
1947, yes.
How can the Audi brand leverage on this, Eric?
So, PHS, Porsche Holding Salzburg, is indeed one of the largest automotive retailers in Europe and even in the world. Yeah. Nowadays we are 100% daughter of the Volkswagen Group, Volkswagen AG. And we have businesses covering, I think it's most probably somewhere between 28 and 30 countries, where we are doing wholesale business, meaning like an importer, and we are doing retail business. Yeah? How Audi can benefit from this, how Audi Malaysia can benefit from this, is that because of this, let's say, long history and because of this enormous know-how that we built up over the years in all the different markets, we have a lot of exchange between markets, between employees on an international level. And so we are taking the best practices from one market and we're implementing them in other markets. And so we are taking best practices, for example, from Europe or from South America or from China, and we try to implement them in Malaysia. And the other way around, we are taking best practices from Malaysia and we try to implement them in other markets where Porsche Holding is active.
Right. So what does the Audi brand represent today and going forward into the future?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, the Audi brand, from my point of view, from a heritage point of view, is very much related to rally sports, to motorsports. That's exactly the reason why we in Malaysia here, as you can see around, we have some beautiful cars around us here. Our focus in Malaysia is on S-Line, which represents sportiveness. Quattro, which represents on the one hand sportiveness but also safety. And moving forward, we will have a lot of focus on electrification, which is of course what we can see worldwide into making the world a more sustainable place to live.
So what are the plans to bring EVs here in Malaysia?
So of course it's not easy to bring a new model into a market. It requires a lot of research, it requires a lot of testing, it requires a lot of technical releases. We are very busy on that, we are working on that. We also announced it on our recently organized Audi experience in Sentul, where we already announced to the public the e-tron is coming. The e-tron is the electrified lineup of Audi. And our aim is in the first half year of 2023 to bring the first electrified Audis into Malaysia.
I must say I'm very interested in the e-tron. When I watched the movie The Grey Man, so that was featured really spectacular. I think it was awesome, and we are all looking forward to that. Eric.
Same for me.
Yes, I'm sure. But what sets the brand, the Audi brand, apart from the rest of our luxury cars?
Because for me the Audi brand is a brand that stands out. That stands out of any other brand because of its design, and especially because of its technical, how to say, the technical abilities of the brand. When it comes to Quattro, when it comes to performance, when it comes to connectivity, when it comes to design, for me it's a brand that stands out of any other brand, and especially of any other premium brand in the market.
Right. When we talk about customer satisfaction, and I understand and I truly believe that Audi is really taking care of this part. And your recent initiative, which is the Ready to Drive initiative, can you briefly tell us more about this, and how are people responding to this package?
So, as you know, Porsche Holding PHS Automotive Malaysia took over the responsibility of Audi since the 1st of July. And one of our key priorities is to work on customer loyalty and is to work on customer confidence and peace of mind. So for us it's very important to get in contact with the existing Audi owners, with existing Audi customers, and to make sure they feel themselves rewarded within our network. And one of the initiatives, and there's many more to follow, but one of the first initiatives is the Ready to Drive campaign, where we are offering certain benefits to existing Audi customers to come back to our dealer network and to make sure their car is in a good condition and they can use their car with peace of mind.
I see a lot of promos, especially on social media, with the Audi A5 Sportback, for example, and it's truly awesome. I mean, I can't take my eyes off it. But having said that, how do you feel about the fact that these sort of brands are promoted using the words like progress? I see the word progress being used a lot in your promotion. Can you, share with us personally what does this mean to you, like living progress?
Progress is one of the key, I would say, one of the key pillars in the strategy of Audi, because Audi wants to progress itself as a brand towards a more sustainable future, towards a more sustainable world. And of course, electrification plays an enormous role in that. And that's also for me a very important part of the progress that we want to make with the brand here in Malaysia. We want to progress this brand into a, I would say, super premium brand. We want to progress this brand into a sustainable brand. And we want to progress our customers into super satisfied and happy customers. And that's what, for me personally, are the three most important parts of the progress of the Audi brand in Malaysia.
Super. Eric, what is your dream Audi?
My dream Audi?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of them, but unfortunately my garage is not so big that I can fit them all in there. I recently was visiting one of the factories in Germany, and this was the factory where they're producing the e-trons, but at the same time they also produce the Audi R8. And personally, this is my dream car. This is, of course, it's a high performance car. It's an amazing design.
Can you share with us and also people out there a bit about your background, perhaps your family life and your career, and also work experiences? We're interested to know.
So maybe first a bit about my family. So I'm a happy father of 3 kids, 2 boys and a daughter, an older boy, a younger boy, and a daughter in the middle. Luckily married for more than 12 years and already together with my wife for 26 years. Working in the automotive business, as you mentioned, more than 20 years, and actually more than 20 years for the same company. So I've been working all my life for Porsche Holding Salzburg. And for that company I was in the lucky position to be able to travel around the world. So I spent time in the Netherlands, which is my home country. I spent time in Eastern Europe, in Poland. I spent time in China, in Singapore, and now since 6 years in Malaysia.
Wow, but being in the industry for so long, how do you motivate yourself, Eric?
Because and I think that's the good thing, I was lucky enough to be able to travel around the world, as I mentioned before. So I meet different parts of our industry, I meet different cultures, different people, different challenges at the same time, which keeps it very, very exciting every single day of my work.
Okay. Finally, perhaps you can share with us a bit about what you do in your pastime, your hobbies, and what you like most about Malaysia. Because you've been here, for a long time.
I should say the food, because that's what everybody is expecting that I like most about Malaysia. The food is amazing here. There's a diverse kitchen where you basically can eat from all the different
happy
parts
you
of
love
the
the
world,
food.
and it all comes together in a beautiful Malaysian kitchen.
Okay.
What I like in Malaysia as well is the Malaysian people. Yeah, they're very open, they're very friendly. For me as a foreigner, there is no barrier to move myself easily in Malaysia. There's no language barrier.
Glad to hear that.
There are no other barriers. So yeah, the weather, I like it. Yeah. The country itself, so yeah, there are too many things to sum up which I like in Malaysia. And I think the reason that we are as a family already 6 years here and we are very happy here, that's only a statement of us being very satisfied here in Malaysia. I would like to use this opportunity to say thank you to all our customers out there, which gave us the trust and the confidence to continue, let's say, full speed ahead to make them even more satisfied. And I would like to warmly invite everyone who has interest in Audi to visit one of our beautiful showrooms across the country.
Lovely showroom. Yeah.
Okay.
It's so home, actually. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you.
One of the masterpieces right here at the Audi showroom is the Audi A5, which commands presence out of its matrix LED headlights, dynamic indicators and sleek spotlight. All features which, according to Eric, tears Audi cars apart from the rest. I'm Anne Edwards for Top Guns.